Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome to this 12th day of Ramadan and with another blog for today. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I hope you're all doing well. Inshallah, today we are going to talk about how we can train our kids to fast during Ramadan, especially the young ones, especially if they really insist to fast and they don't want to take a break, and we really feel sorry for them sometimes as parents. So I would just share with you from my personal experience how I have been going along with my kids, especially with the 10-year-old one and the 7-year-old one, and how it's going on. So I'll just share with you 5 tips that really helped me while I'm training them to fast during Ramadan. So let us start with the first tip, which is to start slowly and gradually. So I think many of you already know this tip, that is starting maybe half day or quarter day. Maybe we allow them to have breakfast in the morning, and then they will just fast until maybe afternoon, or maybe start fasting from afternoon, because in our country it's very, very hot. Sometimes we really feel like they're gonna be really thirsty, so they go to school, they have their meal at school, and then they come back from school, and then they start fasting from afternoon after Salat al-Dhuhr until Maghrib. So it depends from where you are from, which country, how is the weather there with you. So really to start gradually and slowly, dividing and then according to your child's strength, according to their capacity, how they are doing, how is their fasting, then we can increase the number of hours gradually and slowly. The second tip is to have iftar and suhoor together, because when we have iftar together or suhoor, they get to understand, okay, why we're having iftar, because this is the time we break our fast. Why we have suhoor, because the suhoor meal gives us the energy throughout the day while we are fasting. So it really gives them that sense of how the fasting process goes and why we fast. So yeah. And the third tip is to talk about fasting, like what it means, why do we fast, the history of fasting, how it started, the benefits to our bodies, what happens to our bodies when we fast, to talk all the things about fasting and all the specific details about it. So that really gives them a sense of why we fast, what is the meaning, what is the purpose. And the fourth tip is to reward them. I really feel like it's a bit conditionally, or because I don't like to really associate fasting with the reward very, very directly, but I use like indirect way, let us say, praising them, encouraging them, thanking them, like, oh, you have done really great job, you have been fasting, mashallah, you are so strong, you're doing really well, to give them that sense of positivity, that sense of encouragement. Some parents like to reward them with money, some parents like to reward them with gifts. My style is more emotional kind of reward, because I think a physical reward is like, they would focus more on the money, focusing more on, the physical reward or the physical output, rather than the meaning of fasting and why we fast and how emotionally it helps spiritually. So I go far more deeper into how we can praise them and reward them instead of just using money or gifts or so. And the last tip is to have some flexibility when we train our kids. So instead of focusing on white or black, like you fast or you don't fast, we use we make it like more flexible, like into the grayness of it. So okay, you have started to fast, so let us see how it goes on. If you feel very tired, dizzy, not well, okay, take a break, take a glass of water, take rest, and then we will start again the next day. So not to treat their fasting as like, oh, you are older than 10 years and you have to really fast, everyone is fasting, why don't you fast? And instead of doing that, to have that flexibility and to be with them throughout the process, and to see how their bodies interact, how they how they are in fasting, how it's affecting them, they can handle it or not for a longer period of time, to give them a break in between, and really to help them throughout the process. So these are some of the tips that I wanted to share with you about helping our kids or training our children to fast during Ramadan. If you have got other tips or if you have got different opinions from mine, please share. I would really like to know what do you think or how do you train your child to fast in Ramadan. And I hope that you find this useful in any way. I will see you inshallah in another vlog. Ma salama.